What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're back on Vicious God's account here, doing his takeover journey, basically overhauling his entire account to handle all of PvE content. Now this account is no free-to-play account. It's a massive spender account. He said he spent 150 grand on this account, building it up. As you can clearly see, there's a lot of things that cost a lot of money in this game, right? You got blessings, you got mythical champions, you got empowerments, and then you have the books and all that stuff, all the gear. So he's got a super heavy investment in this account, but he has not made too much progress. He's only been playing the game for 4 months. Now, in our previous videos regarding this takeover, we've done a ton of work. He had no gear leveled up. He had too much extra gear. We cleansed it all. We rolled it all up. Accessories, same thing. You can kind of see here, most of his accessories are rolled up now, so we can actually use them. And we cleansed off a lot of his garbage, so he's running pretty lean and mean. And in our most recent video, we actually did quite a bit of dungeon work. We got his ice golem to a hard 9 farm. We got his dragon to a hard 10 farm. These are with food, by the way. We got his fire knight hard 6+ farm. We got a sand devil 25 farm. So in this video, we're going to be tackling the Spider's Den and the Phantom Shogun. And of course, if you guys like these types of videos, let me know in the comments below. And of course, leave me a like and subscribe. That would be really, really helpful. And if you guys are looking for takeover services yourselves, I do one free takeover a month over on my Discord in the description below. And if you guys need immediate help, you guys can send me a DM on Discord for that. With that all being said, let's jump into this. So the big thing about this account that I actually missed in the initial gear cleanse was that the forge actually had even more gear in it. So initially, I actually forged off 550 perception pieces, and we kept about, I don't know, somewhere around 20 pieces maybe after it was all said and done after roll-ups. So not a lot, probably more than that, but not a lot. So the thing that I forgot or I missed was actually he had a bunch of gear down here. He has 140 righteous pieces and he has 200 slayer pieces. Now this set can be very, very good because it can be really good because it gives you the ignore defense on the 6-piece bonus. And that can be really helpful for areas that he needs to progress in, like Spider, like Hydra. And he has the perfect champion to make this set sing, especially in those areas. He has, who's this guy? What's this guy called? Come on, show yourself. Sorry, there he is. Othirion. So Othirion in a Slayer set would be absolutely massive. Othirion, very, very powerful to farm a Spider. He can farm food with Spider, and he definitely has the champions to make a 5-turn Spider team. That's not going to be an issue, and Othirion would probably be part of that team. But Othirion is also really good for Hydra, so he can bring the AoE block buff, AoE decreased attack, and of course he brings damage as well with his max HP hits. Now Slayer will work perfectly on him. He's not huge in terms of blessings or anything. He does have masteries, which is nice, but we can make this work, guys. But first we have to roll up all that Slayer gear, and we might as well roll up that righteous gear as well, and we'll process all of that here in this video. Of course, I'll speed it up as we go. A lot of this stuff happens in the background off the video, so I'm not going to make you guys sit through everything. But for the righteous set, obviously this set warrants a lot of your best charms, but I think we'll save the mythical charms. Actually, we'll save most of these charms for the Slayer gear. And considering we only have 200 pieces, I think the Slayer gear is a little bit more important. So I think we'll go all in on the Slayer gear here, and then of course we will go for the crit rate. Let's do 100 crafts first, and then we can narrow down some pieces that we might want to focus a little bit more on. So let's make sure that our filters are working properly. I think for Slayer, I think we probably keep even 5-star gear just in case, just because we have so limited pieces here. So we'll keep everything except for the rare stuff. Actually, you know what? Even 6-star rare stuff might actually be okay. Yeah, let's keep it all, and we'll just filter it as we go. So we're going to be doing that. And then, yeah, we'll do 100 crafts first, and then we'll sort it out afterwards. So let's see what we get. So we got 73 artifacts received. There we go. Let's sort this out in the artifact stash. All right, so we're here to process some of this stuff here. Let's check out exactly what we got to work with. And then with the last 100 crafts, we will pinpoint some pieces that we're probably low in. It looks like we're probably low in some boots. We're definitely low in the gloves. You can kind of see here. So we might as well pinpoint and target the gloves. Let's see if we can get crit damage glove. That would be pretty huge. We do have one crit damage glove here. I'll move my head. We do have one crit damage glove with speed. That's going to be really nice. Crit rate glove is, I mean, the other three are just pretty bad. So those aren't going to be usable. In terms of boots, attack percentage boots, really good, but no speed is really bad. Looking for speed boots. These could be usable. Could be usable. The Ethereon for Spider Farm needs to be pretty quick. So speed boots might be the way to go. Accuracy chest. Do we have this accuracy chest, which is pretty solid. Anything else going on? HP, resistance, HP, accuracy. This one could be decent too. It has speed on it. No damage stats. And I guess that's usable, and this one could be usable as well. So the bottom row, not particularly exciting. I would say this glove is definitely usable. But yeah, we could target gloves a little bit more. Let's go back to the forge and craft some more. This time we'll craft some gloves. We're gonna load it up here. Boom, boom, boom. And we're gonna go with the gloves. We're gauntlets, and we will go with crit rate. Let's do 30 of each. We'll do 30 of each here. Okay, so we got a couple gloves. One not gonna work. This one might be okay. It's a little bit, it's a 5-star, but it might be okay. It does have attack percentage. I think the 6-star would be better. I think we're still gonna go with gloves. We only got 2 gloves here, not really usable. In terms of the lower pieces here, let's see, any usable lower pieces. Accuracy. Now this is a good chest. This one could definitely be usable. Yeah, that looks like a good one. Could target boots. Ooh, this one looks okay. Needs some speed on it. But yeah, boots, gloves. I think chest we might be okay, but boots and gloves we definitely need. Let's do 30 more gloves here. Actually, let's do 40 gloves. Might as well. 40 gloves. Come on, let's go. 40 gloves. What do we get here? 1 glove. Attack percentage, that's no good. Oh, baby. Now we got the real glove. Crit damage, crit rate, speed. Now this one's going to be the one that we're going to use. And then we actually have a backup glove that we can use for like maybe another character. Let's see, any ones here that are going to be okay. This one can be okay, not really. But yeah, this one is a beauty. That's a beauty. And this is actually a pretty beautiful chest too. Accuracy as well. Looking good. We're actually low on boots. We don't have any accessories, so we really need to hit the boot here pretty hard. So I think we take the boot. And then for the charms here, let's go for crit damage since crit rate is already used up. And hopefully, yeah. Let's make sure the filters are working. Boots, yeah, collecting speed. I mean, we can collect it all here. Not sure why the presets were set like that. Go. All right, boots. HP boots. Any speed boots here? We got 1 speed boot. We got a couple 5-star speed boots. Defense. Could be usable for a defense nuker. HP nuker. Yeah, not really hitting it hard with the boots here. We don't have any ores. That's the big problem here. So anyways, we used up all the big charms. But yeah, we got some pretty usable Slayer pieces. So let's process them here, and then we'll do some rolling as well. But from 205 crafts, we ended up with 136 that passed the initial stat test. So I'm going to quickly go over each piece and remove the ones that have no chance. So for example, something like this has a pretty good chance. It has, you know, single roll crit rate with speed, attack percentage. Actually a pretty good weapon. Something like this could be pretty weak, but it has HP percentage, crit rate. Could be good for like somebody like Eric's. You never know. Same thing here. And 6-star pieces we're probably going to have to be a little bit more flexible with. Like something like this is pretty bad, so like you could get rid of that. It's pretty bad. This one's okay, it has speed. Pretty bad. Pretty good. Pretty bad. Bad. And then as you go down into the 5 stars, you get a little bit more more ruthless. and then of course into the rares. I've only keep the rares here just because, just in case we had like literally no option. That's a pretty good helm. That's a really nice helm. Just in case we literally had no option, then at least we can pull on the rares to complete the set, for example. But I think we probably have a usable 6-piece set here somewhere. So I'm gonna be doing this for a little bit, and then afterwards I'm gonna roll them up, and yeah, we'll see what comes out of it. All right, so 136 available pieces here. We're removing 71, so roughly about half of them are basically hopeless. They don't have any hope, or there's just too many better options that we already have. So yeah, let's get rid of this. So that's 3 million silver, and then we're gonna start rolling some of these and see what kind of rolls we can get. Oh baby, the first item, guys. 31% crit rate on this weapon. Remember, this was the first weapon that we looked at, or basically the first Slayer item. And look at this roll, guys. Unbelievable roll here already. Might as well take it to 16. Let's see if we can quin up for this guy. Oh, we don't quin up. But you know what? A quad crit rate on a speed with attack percentage. Yeah, this is the weapon for sure that's going to get used. But yeah, we'll keep going here and see what other crazy pieces we can roll up. All right, guys, so I finished rolling up all the gear here with potential, and we actually got some pretty good pieces. Definitely at least one usable set. So like you guys saw earlier, we got this quad crit rate weapon, which is going to be really, really insane. I did end up keeping a bunch of weapons here, a bunch of gear here that I usually don't keep, just in case, because this is a paid set, and he doesn't have that much gear on his account. So I am keeping a little bit more gear than I usually would. But you kind of see here, we got some pretty decent rolls on some of these pieces here. We got a couple of triple speeds on some 5-star pieces, unfortunately. But yeah, you kind of see the different type of rolls we got here. Some of them are exceptional, some of them are not so good, but definitely usable pieces, and just holding on to them here. So you can kind of see even the 6-star rare pieces I'm holding on to. Got some double speeds there. And this is the big glove that we got with crit rate and speed. Unfortunately, 3 of the rolls went into the flat stats, which is really, really bad. But this glove is still the best glove that we have. This glove is the second best glove that we have. It's faster, but obviously it's not very good stats on it, no crit rate. But it is faster than this one. It's actually not that far off this one, considering how bad this one rolled. But in terms of the other items here, this chest is really good. It's HP percentage chest, but it's really, really strong. Didn't roll super good, but it's really strong. This accuracy chest also very strong, has speed crit damage on it as well. Let's see, this accuracy chest is very good, double speed with crit rate, so it's very solid. Resistance chest for some reason. This accuracy chest not bad too. Even a rare accuracy chest rolled really, really well. For the boots, not so much, not so great here. We have a pretty strong attack boot, but didn't roll very good. This one obviously did not roll very good either, but you can't really go too bad. This is the worst, the flat stat here, but it's still decent attack percentage boot. HP percentage, defense percentage, attack percentage. So for speed boot, this is probably the best one. 5-star speed with 12 crit. This one rolled pretty poorly. And this one for attack-based boot is probably the best because it has 15 crit rate and speed. So not the best selection of boots, to be honest. But I think we can make a usable 6-piece set for Otherion. So that's what we will be doing. And I'll show you guys exactly what we need to do so that he just absolutely demolishes the spider. All right, guys, welcome back. This is the best build we got on Otherion right now. So we got the 6-piece Slayer set on. Ignore 30% of the enemy's defense when using AoE skills. Perfect for Otherion here. And yeah, this is the best stats. We got 198 crit damage, full crit rate, of course, with the good speed. You want to be 245 plus speed against the hard 10 spider. And then you need 300 plus accuracy. Accuracy is okay on him. You need him to land the decreased attack ideally, so he doesn't get one shot. We're gonna change up this blessing here to, where is it? It's this one. Hero's Soul increases damage inflicted to bosses and their minions according to the number of living enemies. So this is a good one. Brimstone's actually a pretty good one too, but I think for his solo reliability, you probably want Hero's Soul. Obviously, this gives you the most benefit in Spider, but it does give you a little bit of benefit against like Hydra and stuff like that, but not too much. So we're going to switch it up here. He's only got a 2-star blessing on him anyways, so it's not huge. In terms of his overall gear, it's pretty horrendous. Like, for example, we have to use this attack amulet, so he's missing some crit damage here, just shy of 200. Some pieces here. I'm gonna save some of the silver here because we spent about 10 million silver rolling up some of these pieces. Some of them need to be 16 to work, but the top row pieces don't need to be 16. Hopefully, because hopefully he can survive. Otherwise, you need the HP and defense here. But we weren't lucky enough to roll the crit damage here on the first try. So have to wait for some dust to do that. We got the accuracy chest here, which is pretty nice. Then we got the boot here, which is pretty nice. Actually, we should probably try to dust these, try to ascend them and see what they roll. Let's see what we get on this chest. Attack percentage, that's pretty good. That's going to boost up our damage. We do have some of the bigger oils here, so we'll make that work for us. The extra 20% attack, that's going to be nice. If we have 12 speed here, that'll be nice too. HP percentage, that could be useful. I think we'll take advantage of it right now because eventually he will make this into plus 12 speed or plus 12 attack. So either way, HP is still fine, and that's going to keep him alive there. So very good. So 42k HP with 4.2k attack. I think this build's going to do just fine. I'm going to switch up his masteries as well, as masteries are not the greatest. Just having a quick look here, you can kind of see not really the best set of masteries here. We'll switch it up for him. It's going to cost him 150 gems, but we'll do that. So we switched up his masteries here to perform extremely reliably against the spider. We got the Whirlwind of Death. You gain more speed, you gain more damage, you gain more speed from your food farming. So this is pretty streamlined masteries for Aetherion for Spider. Let's jump into it and see how it goes. Right now we're on stage 10, so we're going to just immediately jump into stage 10 here and see if we can actually handle the heat. Now, I noticed on this account, he actually has very few rares built. He has 3 Code Hearts here, but he hasn't have 1 built. So I highly recommend Vicious God here to actually build these Code Hearts and don't just, not use them. They're actually really good, especially for Shogun. And the reason why I mentioned Code Heart is because I wanted to use Code Heart for Shogun. And then I realized you don't even have a blessing for Code Heart at all, and you don't have a single Code Heart built. So I highly recommend you do that. She's an excellent, excellent rare. And I'll, level up a renegade for you as well. Food is very important for this type of build because obviously Aetherion benefits from having your food champions die. So let's see if this build is good enough to handle hard 10. Jump into it. No presets necessary, I think. Watch in action. It should be pretty quick. Okay, we survived. I think the only reason we survived is because we landed a decrease attack. So that's really, really important. Let's see if we can get the heal off here. That's going to be... Do we? Come on. Okay, good. If we weren't able to kill the spiderlings, then that would be a problem because we basically have no HP left. But yeah, we have to survive the first hit. So that's going to be the issue here that we'll be facing moving forward. What we could do is basically like increase. So we actually died there on hard 10. And I'm a little bit surprised. So I went back to the drawing board. I finished upgrading some of his top pieces. So his helmet and his shield. So we got an extra bit of HP and defense. I also changed up his masteries to include Life Drinker. I didn't think we actually need it, but in this case, it seems like we do. And I think we're good to go here. We do have some room to upgrade. Like, for example, his glyphs here can be upgraded. Defense and HP will be important. I don't really want to invest too many more speed glyphs just because we still have a lot of other champions that we need to build out. So I want to save the speed glyphs a little bit. We added a bit more crit damage here as well. So total stats, 4.2k attack, 183 crit damage. Let's see how this works out. See how this works. Fighter 10. Okay, hopefully this works. Should work. I don't know. It should work. Or is maybe the build's not strong enough? Okay, decrease attack. That seems fine. Decrease attack's good. There we go. Okay, I think we're in business now. We're cooking now, guys. Yeah, the life drinker I think is the difference maker here. I mean, if we can get a better relic, that would go a long way, but definitely doing pretty good. This one's doing a lot better. Sub 1 minute farm, I think. Yeah, if we can do a little bit more damage, it would be a lot faster, but 51 seconds with 4 food, I think we'll take it. Pretty solid farm here. It's not the best turn attack. It's 20 turns, which actually isn't too bad, especially if you have a training tournament happening. We can run that again. Let's make sure it's no fluke. But yeah, we do have the 6-piece bonus going on. You technically don't need the 6-piece bonus. You can run with the 4-piece bonus, but having the ignore defense really helps. So if you have the ignore defense from the 6-piece set, you're going to, need less damage stats. So you can kind of see him running with 180-ish crit damage, and it's totally okay. But yeah, if you're running a 4-piece, you don't have that ignore defense. You have to add more stats or add another 4-piece ignore defense set like Savage or Lethal or something. So far seems okay. I mean, it probably can still fail if the spider like crits you twice, or if your decreased attack doesn't land, for example. Probably could fail. I ended up choosing War Master because the War Master can give you some bigger heals, potentially. And War Master could be okay against some of the bosses as well. So 21 turns here, pretty good. This is a bad ring, but we got a little bit of silver here. Feels good, guys. Feels good. So we managed to figure out the spider situation for him. We got a solid team, food farming. Now he's got silver. Issues solved. Feels really, really nice. All right, guys. And lastly here for the dungeons, we got the Phantom Shogun here. Now this one is a little bit more difficult, especially with the kind of restrictions we have on the account. We don't have a lot of gear, so we don't have, crazy damage builds. So we have to kind of utilize the champions that we already pre-built. So Newt, for example. In this case, we kind of upgraded the Siegfried a little bit. Just gave him, I think we gave him about 700 more attack and a little bit more crit damage, but he still doesn't have like an ignore defense set. Like he doesn't have instant gear, savage gear, lethal gear. He doesn't have anything like that. So we're just gonna do the best we can. We switched around a couple of the blessings a little bit, the ones that were free. We added Phantom Touch here so that Kymar can actually do some extra hits against the Fire Knight shield, for example. We added Reaper here. Reaper is going to be very, very helpful. Mithrala is a newly built champion we did just for this. She brings the shield and the cleanse, which is really good. The way the Shogun works is that he targets the highest crit damage champion first, and Mithrala will help keep him alive. And then we have the damage dealers here with the reset, and then Lady Mikage is here with the increased attack, increased crit damage. Let's watch it all in action here. It's heavily optimized for this specific run. So I'm not going to say this is a like awesome tune that you guys should copy, but it's basically just something that will work for Vicious God's account. We're also pretty low on overall glyphs and all that, so we're really struggling for just general resources. But yeah, we're doing the best we can. You kind of see there that Mikage kind of takes a step in front of Mithrala there. We just don't have the glyphs anymore to kind of maximize the speed tune. So we just kind of did the best that we could. We changed the priorities on Mikage so that she uses her A2 first priority, which means that she uses it just before Mithrala does her cleanse there with the A2, and it's only a single hit. It's a single weak hit against the boss, and that is okay. We can absorb that. More so than if she used her ally attack, which is usually set to priority 1. If she used her ally attack before the cleanse happens, then all the weak hits hit the Phantom Shogun, and then the shade counters would be just insane, and then we just automatically lose. So you can see there the Reaper, really helpful. We also have a low blessing Brimstone as well, which helps out. Now this run can definitely fail if Newt, for example, like weak hits a whole bunch in a row. Nothing you can really do there. I mean, there's always a chance that Newt will fail with kind of janky builds like this, but honestly, it's pretty solid. This is a pretty solid team. I spent a lot of time kind of making it work, and based on whatever I had to work with, it works pretty well. So happy with it, and so far it seems pretty good. So you can kind of see there, we even have the A2 extending the poisons, which really helps out actually against the boss here. and 49 seconds. So about 40 to 50 seconds. We got 42 as our fastest. We can do one more here. But this is going to help Vicious God out a lot because he actually didn't really have a farmable team. He just threw whatever champions he had into stage 25, and it took him a couple minutes if it even completed. So this build or this team here will definitely be a huge upgrade for him. And you can kind of see it, basically works like clockwork unless, we get like catastrophic failure with the newts, like triple weak hit and then triple weak hit again. Mithril is kind of here just for backup. The poison pitch in a little bit of damage. She also has the 1-star brimstone, which kind of helps. And then we have the Reapers, which really help here. So you can kind of see here the Reapers really helping out with the extra bit of damage. And then we're able to finish it off here with Newt as well, with the 5-star Reaper as well. So this is the team that I got for him. It works, pretty well. So far, no fails, which is something that you really, really want. It's not the fastest team, but we don't have the best gear on this guy's account. We got Mithril here, 268 speed. Look at the accuracy, look at the resistance. Basically, it's just to hit the speeds, guys. And it was so hard to hit these speeds because he has like no banners, no speed gear left. We could barely gear out like enough champions to do all our dungeons. We got Kaimar here. He is the crit damage tank. He's too slow in some cases, but with Podrig's speed aura, he's going to be 250 speed for the Fire Knight, which puts him in line perfectly. He does have enough stats to survive a crit from the Phantom Shogun, but the shield from Mithril and the Strengthen definitely helps out. Siegfried here, 226, 234 crit damage. I mean, that's the best we do. We don't even have ignore defense. Yeah, that's it. 8,000 attack. And pretty strong still. Newt here, just focusing on crit damage, focusing on speed. And of course, he needs accuracy for the Fire Knight. And then Lady Mikage is just fast with a bit of accuracy. Podrig is the fastest champion on this account at 355. And it works for him because he doesn't require accuracy to build out. Also, he has a faster banner. It's kind of unfortunate that Podrig is, but you could still use Podrig in like arena and stuff to try to zerg down your opponents. But hey, we got Phantom Shogun 25 on lockdown here. And yeah, so far in this video, we did Phantom Shogun 25 on full lockdown. And we got him a hard 10 full auto team with the Otherion build. So really, really good there. Otherion actually doesn't need a preset, so that's even better. So I'll just make sure I'll put the champion there so he doesn't mess it up. But you definitely need the food champions there. So there you go, man. All your dungeons are good to go. Now for the next part in this whole account takeover, we are focusing more on the PvE bosses. So lastly, we will go a quick look at his clan boss team, and then we will do his Hydra teams and his Chimera teams. So stay tuned for all that. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about these teams I put together so far for Vicious God's account. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Would really appreciate that. These videos take a lot of time and they are fun to do, but it is quite strenuous, so I would appreciate some love back. Once again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.